Just recently, a new open-source model made waves. LTM-2-mini from magic.dv supports a jaw-dropping 100 million token context window. That's enough to fit 10 million lines of code or 750 novels into a single prompt. It's built for AI agents with long-term memory and massive codebase analysis, while claiming to use just a fraction of the compute and memory compared to giants like Llama 3.1405B Wild, right? And this comes just a year after Google's Gemini 1.5 Pro dropped JAWS with its own 2 million token context window, the longest ever supported by a commercial LLM at the time. But here's the real question. Does a bigger context window actually mean better understanding? Or are we just throwing more hay into the stack and hoping the AI finds the needle? Let's unpack what these claims really mean, and why memory in AI is much more complicated than it sounds. Let's start simple. When you talk to an AI, like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, you're sending it some text and asking it to respond. The context window is the amount of text the AI can see at once while trying to generate its response. Think of the AI like a detective reading a case file. A small context window is like giving it just one page of the file. A large window? It's like handing over the entire file cabinet. That's what makes larger windows exciting. They could, in theory, let an AI read an entire book, a full codebase, or a whole conversation history before answering. Older models like GPT-2 had windows as small as 1,000 tokens, around 750 words. Today's top-tier models claim 128K, 1M, even 100 million tokens. But here's the twist. Being able to input all that text doesn't mean the model can actually understand or use it well. Imagine someone tells you they can memorize the entire encyclopedia. You test them, and they only remember one sentence from page 1. Or worse, they repeat random phrases they skimmed without really answering your question. That's what happens with many large language models. They claim massive context windows, but their effective memory, the part they truly use to reason, is often much, much smaller. So how do we test what they actually understand? One popular method is called the Needle-in-a-Haystack test, or NIH. Here's how it works. You hide a fact, say, the magic number is 12345, somewhere deep inside a huge blob of random text. Then you ask the model, what's the magic number? If it finds the number, great. That's like finding a needle in a haystack. Many models perform well on this test, so long as the input isn't too long. But here's the thing. This test is still fairly shallow. It's just about retrieving a phrase, not understanding a story or solving a complex problem. Researchers at NVIDIA created a more advanced test called Ruler. Ruler doesn't just ask the model to find a needle, it tests whether the model can follow logic, summarize, track entities, and answer questions over long text. Here's what Ruler looks at. Retrieval, like the needle test, but with harder distractions and multiple facts. Multi-hop tracing. Imagine a chain of clues. A equals sign B, B equals sign C, C equals sign D. Can the AI find A equals sign D? Aggregation. Say you read 100 product reviews. Can the AI tell which word was used the most? Question answering. If only one paragraph in a 100-page document has the answer, will the model find it? These tasks require more than memory. They demand focus, inference, and comprehension. So how did today's most powerful models perform? Ruler tested 17 language models including GPT-4, Gemini-1.5, Llama 3, and Yi-34B, and the results were clear. Most models that claim 128K, 200K, or even 1M plus token support couldn't maintain good performance beyond 32K tokens on more complex tasks. Take Yi-34B for example. It claims 200K tokens, but its accuracy falls sharply after just 32K. It starts returning incomplete answers, gets confused by distractors, and sometimes even copies irrelevant text from earlier in the input. Models like GPT-4 and Gemini 1.5 held up better, but even they showed drops in accuracy as inputs got longer and tasks more complex. Context size isn't just about how much an AI can read, it's about how well it can use what it reads. A huge context window looks great on paper, like bragging that your backpack can hold 1,000 books, but if you can only read the top 2, that's not real intelligence, that's just baggage. We don't just need models that accept more input, we need ones that know what to do with it. Models that can focus, reason, and synthesize, even when the information is buried deep. Tools like Ruler are helping us separate the hype from the true breakthroughs. So the next time you hear about a 100 million token model, ask not just how much it can read, but how well it can think. Thanks for joining me for this episode of AI News Deep Digest. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. What would you do with a 100 million token memory?